Since its earliest days, Hollywood cinema has turned to the close-up to convey moments of emotional intensity. From extreme confusion and fear to the more restrained sorrow of parting.
Here's Johnny!
Terror of the manic variety or of the more serene.
But not today.
Or the biting realization that only comes with death. And of course, sublime happiness. Like most Hollywood filmmakers, Hal Ashby used a variety of close-ups, sometimes to quite dramatic effect. However, in film after film, regardless of his cinematographer, Ashby's instinct was to go in the opposite direction, to pull away. Repeatedly, Ashby's films employ the long shot to convey emotional intensity. Somewhat counterintuitive, the power in these shots derives from the space they provide the protagonist to feel, and the distance they create between performer and viewer, as if asking for, demanding even, emotional privacy. Let's have a look at a few examples as we consider Hal Ashby's long shots. In Ashby's first film as director, The Landlord, Elgar and Laney meet and spend their first evening together, getting to know one another in a series of long shots, the distance providing them with intimacy. In The Last Detail, as Meadows makes his final attempt at escape, Badusky and Mulhall must chase him down through the stark winter landscape. They then beat him into submission. This is the brutal end to a friendship that the viewer has watched develop over the film's runtime. In Coming Home, Sally returns from a trip abroad unaware that her friend Vi's brother has taken his own life. The first shot of Vi we get after Billy's death is a long shot down a concrete ramp, ensconced in grief and staring out at the ocean. Harold and Maude includes two of Ashby's most extreme long shots, used to frame one of the film's key sequences. Harold, in the first example, compares himself to daisies because, as he says,
because they're all alike.
Oh, but they're not. Look, see, some are smaller, some are fatter, some grow to the left, some to the right, some even have lost some petals, all kinds of observable differences. You see, Harold, I feel that much of the world's sorrow comes from people who are this, yet allow themselves to be treated as that.
With this, we cut to the second extreme shot, where the daisies have been replaced by headstones, and the viewer is left to contemplate the relationship between life, death, and conformity in 1971 America.
Switch on summer from a slot machine. Just get what you want to if you want, as you can get anything. I know we've come a long way.
In Shampoo, one of George's few displays of emotion has him exit a bank after a disastrous loan interview and trash the parking lot, displaying a degree of anger unlike any other in a film about the election of Richard Nixon. And Ashby ends being there with one of his few celebrated long shots, as Chance walks across a pond and stops to dip his umbrella in the water.
A well-deserved rest.
These shots, and others like them, are subtle indicators of Ashby's authorship. They also display the authorship of the cinematographers, production designers, and screenwriters who worked with him on each of the films. All these examples, though, show how filmmaking decisions that might at first seem counterintuitive can actually endow a scene with equal or greater emotional resonance than standard Hollywood shot selection. I'm Aaron Hunter, and thanks for watching.
size you are, how you're built. I'm out to sing the songs that'll make you take pride in yourself. Nobody living